Welcome to another episode of Booktubers in Cars, doing tag videos. Hit it!
An unidentified object has been spotted in orbit around the Earth.
Hey everyone, me again. Sporting my shades because it's bright outside and I don't look like I'm squinting the whole time. So, sorry. Today I'm going to be doing the Books Under the Tree tag. If you don't know, like I didn't know when I had started, what in the world is a tag? A tag is where another person in the booktube community does a list of questions, and at the end of the questions, they shout out or tag other booktubers. So we're a close-knit community here, and so when we do a little questionnaire, we can then tag some other people and say, hey, I would be interested to see what your answers are and what your answers are. So I tag these people. That's what a tag video is, for those who don't know. So, this is the Books Under the Tree tag, created by, I forget who created it, but I was tagged by Megan at Tome Infinity. Thanks, Megan. And here we go. Question number 1, what book would you like to find under the tree this year? I would like to find Bloody Rose by Nicholas Eames, the limited hardcover signed edition with the little illustrated character cards. That's the one I want. And the red coloring on the edge of the pages. That'll go nicely with my hardcover signed edition of Kings of the Wild. Boom, boom. Excellent. That's the one I want. Number 2, what is the best book you have ever received for Christmas? I don't know exactly. I buy my own books pretty much for myself and tell myself that they're Christmas presents. I think one year I got a signed copy of Red Shirts by John Scalzi a few years ago. I think that was a present. But it's a great book. And Scalzi was one of the first sci-fi authors, that kicked off my sci-fi reading binge, and Red Shirts is a great satirical take on, obviously, red-shirted characters from Star Trek, who are always the first ones to die. Spoiler. But it's a great, funny book. I loved it. And I had gotten like a hardcover signed edition of that. And that was amazing to have in my collection. Number 3, what book gives you all the Christmas feels? I don't read holiday-themed books. I think for this one I'll say The Thief of Always by Clive Barker. I think part of that book is where there's Christmas and the main character is like an 11-year-old boy. Goes to this house, and the house just kind of gives him all the stuff that he ever wants to make him stay there and prevent him from leaving. And so he asks for some specific presents that he used to have as a kid, that when he was little, that he lost, and the house creates those for him just at a whim. And so it's a bit devious, but I think that one kind of has a little bit of a Christmas theme. I don't really recall many others that have holiday themes in the books that I've read in the past. So I'll go with that. Number 4, what book do you plan on reading to put you in the Christmas spirit this year? Again, I don't know. I think one that I have on my shelf that I have not read, that maybe I could read for Christmas, is Nosferatu by Joe Hill. Because I know that takes place in Christmasville, Christmastown. It has to do with something with Christmas, and I should read it, but I'm probably not going to. The other one that I'm planning on reading before the end of the year is The Armored Saints by Mike Cole. That has no Christmas stuff in it that I know of, but that's the one I kind of want to read before the year ends, and it's fairly short, so hopefully I'll get through it. Number 5, what book have you read this year that you would like to throw out with the Christmas tree after the holidays? There were a few, letdowns that I've read this year, but I think that was just because going into them, I had not known much about the book, and I maybe had the wrong expectations, which doesn't mean that the book was bad. It was just I didn't, I wasn't into it. I was like, oh well, this is just, this isn't what I wanted it to be, and so it was just a ho hum. One of those I think was Reincarnation Blues by Michael Poore. It had a cool concept. It was really neat, but I think it just kind of was a bit of a drag for me, going back and forth between the different lives of this character and then the other underlying storyline. Like, there's a storyline in between all of these, but you have to get through each segment to then learn more about the storyline. And so it was very, it's like, oh, I just kind of skimmed through some of that. And so, it wasn't one, it was a good book, but it wasn't one that I really enjoyed. So, I'll toss that one out. Sorry. Peace out. Number 6, what is a book from this year that you would like to place under a friend's tree? I don't know. There is a book that I'd like to give to my friends in general, which is The Humans by Matt Haig, which I think is just an all-around great book about the human condition and a bit of a sci-fi touch with some humor. I really love that book. If you haven't read it, you should. I'll give it to you under your tree. Maybe you can mail a letter to Santa. Sorry, I can't breathe right now, but I'm trying to get these done so I can start having a backlog of stuff to fill up my videos. Number 7, create a stack of books in which all the spines alternate green and red. Share the titles. Well, I don't have my books here in the car, but I'll try to do this at home, which will probably be pretty pathetic because I don't have that many books. So maybe I'll hop onto my audiobook library and use the cover images and see if I can see what I can get with that. But don't expect anything grandiose. Number 8, the best way to spread Christmas cheer, singing loud for all to hear. Who do you tag? There's probably not going to be many people I can tag because by the time I post this, Christmas will probably be almost over. So I'll tag some people down in the description box and on Twitter. Maybe they can post something else before Christmas is over. But that is my books under the tree tag. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See ya.